Welcome to another edition of the ISP podcast. I'm your host Sahil here with Ishana. We are talking U.S. Women's National Team, and Ishana, I can't tell you how happy I am today to discuss U.S. Women's National Team because I want to forget everything that happened yesterday from the U.S. men's perspective. So I'm
Yes,
excited.
I couldn't agree more. I think, all I can say is after that performance, I am so excited that the women have a leader, a captain, a person in charge like Emma Hayes, because I think that is exactly what the US men could need right now, which is someone who is willing to make the tough decisions, someone who disciplines, someone who is just there as a force of nature, which I think is representative of what we have on the squad here.
Yeah, cool. So let's get into the squad. So Emma Hayes released the roster for the Olympics. Let's take a look at that roster because it's good looking roster, right, Ishana?
Honestly, it is super competitive. There are only 18 spots plus some alternates. This is exactly who I would have wanted to see. I would have loved to see Sam Staub and maybe Lily Johannes listed as alternates as well. However, given the fact that, Emily Sonnet and players like Crystal Dunn can step into defense and play that versatility, I understand why Sam Staub was left off of that in that sort of on reserve situation. But everybody else, I think very much deserves to be there, very much prove themselves in camp. Obviously, the big thing we have to talk about is the omission of Alex Morgan,
Okay.
which I think was the right decision. However, it surprised me. I really thought she might sneak through.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but just there's no names listed on the official graphic release, but obviously here's some familiar names that familiar faces that everyone will recognize. Obviously, Sophia Smith, Lindsay Horan, Naomi Gurma, Krieger made the team. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think Kruger was probably on the bubble, and I think she proved herself, and I think she deserves to be there.
Yeah. So obviously Jaden Shaw, Emily Fox, Tierna Davidson. The rest are, Crystal Dunn made the team, obviously.
Crystal
So
Dunn made the team. She's billed as a forward. I think that is just kind of, I mean, she can play that, but I think she also creates that versatility. We could maybe slot her in the back. I do think she proved herself as being additive in that respect. I'm happy to see Rose Lavelle there because I think, again, she proved herself recently. However, I want her to be utilized as a sub. I do not want her starting. And with Coffee, or sorry, not Coffee, with Corbin Albert, I do understand people's hesitation. I do think she has proved herself, and she also deserves a spot. I know Emma Hayes was saying people should get behind her, support her. I think that's a hard ask for some people in terms of personally what they kind of have in their heads. But I I think that in terms of what she offers on the pitch, she probably deserves a spot on the squad.
yeah, and of course Katerina Macario making it as well. So that's great to see as well.
Yeah,
So
Jaden Shaw, we get to see her in her first big major tournament. That's super exciting. Knight Swanger coming off as a power rookie. I think I'm excited to see what she does. And Trinity Rodman is only getting better and better. So
yeah. So all the faces that we've been seeing recently doing it big. Okay. So, Ishana, now let us talk a little bit about what we need to talk about, which is, of course, the biggest omission on the roster, Alex Morgan.
yes. So this is one of those things where I think the rule of life applies, where oftentimes both things can be true. Two things can be true simultaneously. Do I think this is the right decision based on other people who can kind of step into that nine, who have figured it out, like Sophia Smith, who are more deserving? Yes, Alex Morgan is coming off that injury. She didn't play much. Yes. It's only an 18-person squad. It's a smaller squad. Yes. I think Emma Hayes made a really tough and the right decision here. That being said, I also feel very, very bad for her. And I think it's very sad. And I think both things can be true at the same time. I have a feeling this was probably, in her mind, meant to be her last international performance before retiring. And, she's going to be, I think, 35 this week. And, she's an institution. It's just, my heart breaks for her. I don't think we'll see her again in a major tournament. And, it's obviously really nice when you can kind of go out on your own terms, and she didn't really get that opportunity. But I am shocked. I'm like, I think Emma Hayes did set a good precedent by saying, this is where we're at. These are the decisions I'm going to make. I might have considered placing her as an alternate, but I also think that's probably not great etiquette with, just with how much leadership and what she has given the sport.
Yeah.
And one more thing I just want to say is I think, though, no matter what, everybody just needs to understand how much Alex Morgan has advanced women's soccer, both on the pitch and off. She almost was served as like a Caitlin Clark-esque force that really just galvanized women's soccer, women's sport. And I really think that her legacy will be cemented as such.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think it's the right decision, but we have to give all due credit to Alex Morgan on a fantastic playing career for the U.S. women's national team. So, Sean, it all kicks off in about a month, close a little bit less than a month. The U.S. women will start in Paris, and we're excited. We're excited. So if you're enjoying watching these videos, please subscribe to the channel. We'll obviously have more in the build up to the U.S. women's national team kickoff in Paris. Excited.
Yeah. Who are you most excited to see play?
I want to see the return of Mel Swanson. I think that's who I want to see. And let's get another shot at Spain, because I think this time we're going to take it home. So I can proudly say this now, because this is a team that I think is on the up and up. And go USA.